Thanks, everyone. My name's Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
So, I've known Evan literally since I was born. Our moms were pregnant together. He's been my best friend for 27 years, despite my best efforts. We'll see if that's still the case by the end of the speech, though.
Yeah.
I've known the rest of the guys in the groomsmen's party for a while, too. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how ethnically diverse we are. We have all met Evan through different avenues of life and have our own stories with him, so feel free to come up to us and ask us about how we met him. You can tell we're in the groomsmen's party because we're all wearing kind of these gray jumpsuits, and we're all surprised this is happening. Now, it would be easy for me to stand up here and talk about Evan and Nicole's bright future for the next couple minutes, but this seems like neither the time nor the place. 10 years ago, I moved from Orange County to Sonoma County, which is about an 8-hour drive away. Hey. So, a lot of time passed without being able to be in the same place, you know, so we spent a lot of time apart. But not a single year passed where either me or Evan didn't go and visit the other person. And Evan, having you spend the time and the money and the effort to come and visit me means a lot, especially in those first few years. But unfortunately, that also means I had to watch from afar as Evan went on a roller coaster through some highs and some lows. Evan, I watched you struggle through depression, push friends and family away, and wrestle with your belief in God. And I felt like all I could do was pray in those moments. And it's during these moments that I wish I could have been there for you more. And that's why sometimes I'm not even sure if I deserve to be up here giving this speech in front of everyone as your best man. But I guess that's why you brought a backup. Thanks, David. But I also got to watch the pendulum swing back. I can remember the exact moment for me when I realized things were changing. It was when you said, I think I'm going to go check out Ethos. And from that moment, I watched you challenge yourself over and over again. First with opening your heart back up to God, then by taking on a leadership role with your high school guys, and culminating in what many see as the ultimate challenge, getting up in front of hundreds of people and giving a sermon.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic to hear you were preaching. I will never forget the night I watched you give that first sermon. I drove all the way down just to hear it. I mean, I don't remember minor details, like the date or what you talked about or where it was. But I will never forget that I was there. I'm proud of you, Evan, and I can't wait to see you take on and succeed through even greater challenges. Speaking of challenges, you got married. Bro, congrats. Out of everyone in our little friend group, I always knew you'd be the first one to get married, to take the plunge, to tie the knot, to shackle yourself in the chains of wedlock. I'm just kidding. I thought it would be Trevor. That's the clock ticking, Trevor. Evan and Nicole, I had this great idea to give you advice to help navigate through this next phase in your lives, but let's be honest, I'm in no situation to give anyone relationship advice. So I thought I would use a few other people's words. I've gathered a few quotes together. Sorry if they're a bit cliche. All right, this first one is, do what you did in the beginning of a relationship and there won't be an end. It's a Tony Robbins quote, and you must not have watched Titanic. Life doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be lived. That's a quote from an old show called Dexter. I haven't seen it, but the main character seems like a stand-up guy. This one's good. If there are things your partner does that bother you, bottle them up all inside until eventually your fragile baking soda-like emotional state has vinegar poured on it by some stupid random confrontation, creating an explosive volcano of anger and aggressive feelings that shatters your brittle psyche into a million pieces and leaves you to pick up the shards for what has been the rest of your adult life. I wrote that one. Something tells me these quotes aren't going to cut it. But the good news is, I don't think they need to. Neither of you need cliche quotes from people you've never met to tell you how to live your life. And you know what's more important than old quotes? People. And you guys have people. People who will be there for you. Look around you. All of us are here to celebrate your special day, but also to celebrate the rest of your lives together. The next period of your lives will be filled with love, joy, and happiness, but there will also be many challenges, frustrations, and big unknowns. I want you to know that you will never be alone in any of it. You have each other, and you have all of us here. You might be moving to the other side of the country, but I'm always going to be there for you. You will always be in my heart, and I will always be with you, probably on your couch. Can't wait to visit my free New York Airbnb. So I'm going to end this with my favorite quote from Evan. Now, obviously, there's so much to choose from. I'm sure you all have your own, but this is the one that has stuck with me for the longest. He said it to me when we were a kid, and I can't let it go. Bro, your dog just bit my ass. To Evan and Nicole.